Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Campfire Stories. I am your Game Master, Kira, and we're going to be heading of Defendus Academy. Of course, you'll realize that player is not the player that we were supposed to have, but some things came up with her, personal things, and we will be doing the best to honor her character. But we have Stoppy, who I've streamed with multiple times and is awesome and is a lot of fun, and I'm glad to have her. In our last session, we were privy to the beginning of a new year, Defendus Academy, school for heroes and champions of justice, headed by Principal Vincent Defendus, a valiant knight who overcame the... God, what did I call them? They have such a goofy name. Oh, damn it. It's in the lore. I believe I called them the Antagonist Assembly.
I'll find it.
Thank you. I can't go through the Discord right now, or it will fuck up the stream. But when he defeated the Antagonist Assembly, he created Defendus Academy in his name, train the next generations of heroes. Some of these heroes are just new starting students. Like, for instance, the Peer Twins. Sonata and Piper, a pair of twin fairies that were able to break away from their, overly protective parents under the guise and careful watch of Miss Everlock, an older elvish woman seems to teach here at the Academy. We were given a display of the various things that the Academy can do and can provide. The mock sports, magic, and weapons combat that you can do by challenging someone and making it sanctioned. Using your cards that were given out to you that contain your gold credit also transfer you to another dimension where you can have powerful combat with one another or multiple people versus multiple. The winner getting 200 gold credit. And, of course, not having to worry about dying. This presentation was brought by the captain of the mock sports, Defendus Dragon Turtles, Calathea, who dispatched her competition quite simply. We also met a bit of a recluse, a bit of a troublemaker by the name of Alex, who, not in the studies room that they were supposed to be, was instead this sort of people watching and checking out the sites before accidentally not being able to navigate a crowd very well, finding themselves deep within the opening ceremonies and unable to.
You were correct, by the way. It was the Antagonist Assembly.
The Antagonist Assembly. If you guys think that that's a dumb name, names I gave of these old arch villains. If you need any reason to believe that this is not a super serious, this is not loose ends whatsoever. Tensions seemed to rise as a orcish student by the name of Glorious Skullcrush was a bit of a bitch to everybody involved, especially the group that the twins were talking to, headed by a goblin rogue by the name of Toby Locksplitter, who was showing them a map of the school. She came over with her 2 flanking henchwomen. Was it Bone Crush? I remember it was something kind of dumb like that. I will.
At least that's what I have in my half-ass notes.
Gloria Bone Crush. Well,
I kind of like
the
Skull
skull
Crush.
is a bone.
Skull Crush is kind of better. I like.
You know what?
No, I like them both.
We're switching it to Skull Crush because we're early enough in the campaign that NPC names are interchangeable.
Flexible.
Yes, Gloria was absolutely messing up everything, and the fairies did not take kindly to that, to which Gloria ended up calling Sonata a pixie, which is basically akin to calling someone a fey slur. And Piper took exception to this. Calathea took exception to Gloria trying to get physically involved with creatures that were about a quarter of her size. And it all turned into a bit of a clusterfuck that ended up with everyone getting separate detention. Gloria and her henchmen going to one area, and this little motley crew of well-meaning miscreants being brought, not by a teacher, but sort of being led by Alex, who's quite well versed in the Tenebrae forest, into said forest to find ingredients for the gardening. Various clubs that Miss who may have some sort of familial link to Alex wanted them. And the foraging went really well. Everybody seemed to find what they needed. 2 people found just a little bit more, as I believe it was Piper and Calathea? Or
No, Piper and Alex.
Piper and Alex happened to come across a girl that had fallen out of the sky meteor style and crashed into the ground. She seems to be alive. But who is this girl, and exactly what is going on here? That is a question we will answer in a quick. But first,
Dun, dun, dun.
let's cast our minds back to the ceremony. There are a select group of students that typically don't visit ceremony because they have better things to do. Alex is one of them. Basically, anything is better than showing up with a gaggle of bright, wonder-eyed people who have no idea what they're getting themselves into, and other people just like shit. And thus, we turn to Ashley. Ashley, where specifically have you set up your...
Oh, let's just say the hallways are not safe outside wherever the opening ceremonies were.
They're also surrounded by teachers and...
No, further hallways into the classrooms.
Oh, yeah, nobody's in the hallways to the classrooms because classes haven't begun yet. Wouldn't be there. I'm gonna have you start this with a roll, actually. Can I get you to make a finesse roll?
Okay.
So that I can see how well put together your trap is.
10 hope. No. 10 fear.
10 with fear?
Yes.
And that's adding the 2 dice together.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we learned how to roll last session too.
So, Med,
Very much
can you
so.
check DM for a second? I just want to make sure it won't break stuff, because things are breaking on my end today. I need to quickly leave and rejoin.
Oh. If you leave and come back, it'll be better when you come back.
Okay.
So things are gonna look a little fucky right now, and they're not.
Wait, I forgot to do the +1.
Sorry,
That'll be a 11.
I couldn't see people's cameras.
That is fair enough. So you have an 11.
Yes, I forgot to.
Food.
Ash, you know this isn't your best work, but you're not trying super hard for this one, right? You can't get your big ones out at the beginning of the year. No one's there to see it. Except that there is someone there to see it. It is... Oh, let me... Because we know for those... I'm gonna roll a... I don't have a d6, but I have a bunch of d20s in front of me.
But not a D6.
Not a d6. My kingdom for a
You don't
d6.
even need D20s. What are you doing with D20?
You don't need d20s.
Oh yeah, right.
No.
I forgot adversaries. Excuse me.
And then there's me over here who has probably about 80 dice within reach of me right now of
Same.
different types.
You just catch in the corner of your eye as you hide around the corner and prepare yourself for whoever may come. Whoever may come and whoever may be your very first victim. You're not expecting anybody yet. Know that the opening ceremonies have not concluded. But that's the thing is, students wouldn't be walking around right now. Teachers might be. And you just catch the briefest image of a small, sort of light-skinned goblin. You recognize this as Miss Abra, the rogue and druid classes teacher. Carrying what seems to be a set of alchemist supplies to set up the basis for her alchemy club. And she is going to make a finesse reaction roll as she stumbles upon or a trap. Let's see if you happen to get her. Now, she has a +5 to this because she's a fucking rogue teacher. And she's pretty damn nimble. But she's going to have to basically beat your finesse roll that you made for the trap. She's trying to beat an 11.
Which is most likely going to have.
Well, that's an 11 just on the dice.
Yeah.
So, there is as the wire snaps and your academic life flashes before your eyes.
I start running.
And she leaps, kicks off the wall, and is like 60 feet ahead before the bags of flour that you have positioned above drop down. Nothing spills on her. Nothing spills on the alchemist supplies. It is deft nimbleness with which this woman moves. What is what is stealth in this world? Are you trying to be stealthy, or are you just booking it?
Booking it.
Okay, I need you to give me another finesse roll, please. Or no, sorry, this is going to be agility. It's going to be agility.
Agility would be dodging, finesse would be hiding, so kind of either.
11
Sprint.
hope.
If you're
11 hope. Okay, so mark that you have a hope. But so this would be considered a failure with.
Yeah.
So you have a hope point. Congratulations. But you feel something wrap around your leg at the perfect point where your leg like meets your ankle and twists underneath you to cause you to face plant and skid maybe about 2 or 3 feet across carpet, which doesn't feel very good. I'm gonna have you mark a stress, please.
Okay.
And you feel her just sort of walk up to you. Ashley.
Just running and just running right now.
It's just running. You know, we have a track field for people who like to run. I would love to see I would love to see your enthusiasm for running. There's a track area just by the Tenebrae Forest. Why don't me and you go pay it a visit, and you can show me your enthusiasm for running. I'm sure you should be able to clear, 50 laps before the opening ceremonies are over?
Okay.
She drops her alchemist supplies
experience
off.
Experience with fake it till I make it.
Sorry?
For this. Fake it till you make it for the experience for the running.
Yeah, 100%. She's going to put her alchemist supplies in a side room before leading you to this massive track that, like, they typically there's tracks that they use for practice. She takes you to the ones they use for competitions. Because the tracks here can actually magically grow to suit the needs of what they need to have. And she goes, please, show me. And you can give me a... are you going to attempt to do the 50 laps?
Halfway.
You're going to attempt to go halfway.
Like half, do 25 laps, then sprint.
And then sprint into the forest? Okay. Go ahead.
Fake it till I make it.
Go ahead and give me an agility roll. You are faking like you're doing what she says, so go ahead and add your experience to that and mark a hope.
14 with fear plus 2 is 16.
That is pretty good. She sees you at around 25, like at around 23, 24, kind of start to slow down, and you can see that there's a look of kind of smugness on her face, as, you know, she's like, I got this girl, she's not gonna do this again. Doesn't realize you're slowing down so that you can book it on number 25. And she goes, fuck it! And that's all you hear out of her mouth as you sprint into the forest. You are dodging through trees. Now, the problem with this, because you did roll with fear, This is a very dark forest. You can't see nearly 2 feet in front of your face. Oh. Dog, heck yeah. Popcorn delivery.
Yes.
You cannot see damn near 2 feet in front of your face, and you are just kind of hoping you do not go face first into a tree.
It makes sense.
Are you, at any point in time, do you make a decision to stop and hide, or are you just booking it until your feet?
Until I hit something.
Until you hit something. You hear something before you hit something. Number one, you can tell that you are not nearly alone in this forest. There's chatter around you. There's footsteps, branch crackings around you. You have probably never been in the Tenebrae Forest alone before. And there's a moment where you stop, make sure that you're not going to run into anybody, and hear into the ground, maybe 80 feet to your northwest. And thus, we'll cut to Alex and Piper. You are looking this girl over. She seems to not even be scratched. Human girl, as far as you can tell. Weird sort of clothing, a little name tag that says Aubrey on it. And both of you go ahead and give me a nod.
1 sec. Knowledge.
Okay, an 8 with hope.
And
Also, how much hope do we start with again every session?
I
2?
believe 2.
Okay.
And
I lost
2 is
hope,
your-
right? Man.
Yes, you used a hope for your experience, but you gained 1 earlier, so you should be at 2 as well.
Sounds good.
16 with fear.
16 with... So, Alex...
I almost rolled doubles, by the way. I got an 8 and a 7, and I have a +1 knowledge.
Oh, shit. Alex, it's really difficult for you to tell. You're just of the mind of, like, kind of... Nothing this cool has ever happened at this school.
Yeah, okay.
So you're not in detective mode at this point. You're more in, like, okay, no one's gonna believe me when I say a girl just fucking rocketed into the ground, but at least I have other people around me.
Okay.
Now, Piper, as a Fey creature, you know how important it is to keep the veil intact. You look at this girl, you look at the fact that she's human, put together the fact that these clothes don't look proper around here, and you look at the name tag that says Champion Pictures, and you know about the things that are in front of the... This girl is from in front of the... And that is a bad thing. Not for her specifically, but people in front of the veil shouldn't be here. At this point, the rest of you have all heard the commotion and may act to do.
I mean, as soon as the sound is happening, I probably turned and, if we could see the trail or whatever, I would start running through, probably calling out for Piper.
Piper's just kind of realizing that this isn't good, and just kind of looks at Alex and anyone else who has approached her at that time. Is like, she's not supposed to be here.
I'm gonna go up to her. Is she awake? Like, she's alive, but is she, like, awake at all?
She's not currently.
Okay, I'm just gonna... That didn't snap.
I don't think just.
Like
I
a
don't think
little
Discord is. Okay. You're trying to wake her up. Are the rest of
Yeah.
us there at this point?
I'm just like,
Or at least me and Calithea?
Calithea, would you head to this scene as well?
Yeah, I'll probably head that
So-
way.
So,
I'm
assuming
in
if
the
nothing
outer
else, you
skirts
follow
of
me.
the words,
It's my
what's
turn
happening?
to start running.
Sorry, Ash, what was that?
I will be in the outer skirts, just like looking on, like what's going on. But, like,
Sure,
in the
give
shadows.
me a finesse roll. See how stealthy you can be.
But yeah, upon Piper
Mine
saying
plus
that, like, she
one
shouldn't
is
be
10.
here, I'm thinking she shouldn't be in this fort.
That is a 10 with what?
Hope.
With hope. Okay, so mark a hope. Or mark that you have a hope. As you're like, 100%, unseen. I couldn't see anything, so they obviously can't see me. You do have your head maybe poking out just a little bit more than you
With
wish.
the horns, maybe?
Yeah, the horns are like poking out, and you also are. There's a curiosity. You want to see what the fuck this is. So you're maybe just a little bit out there.
Piper's
Yeah, so all of you would be there.
I was trying to stop Alex from
Excellent.
waking this girl up, and it's like she doesn't belong here. She's not from here. She doesn't. Have you heard about the fact that there are people who think this is fake? Like,
Have I?
Piper doesn't know how much any people know. You know what I mean?
Yes, so you have heard. I'm not even going to make you roll for it.
Mhm.
You very much know, especially given your parentage,
Mhm.
you know how important the thing is.
Okay.
And so, if what Piper is implying is true, yeah, this is bad. This is real bad.
Yeah. Yeah, not good.
So as I'm like snapping and like trying to like light, I go to wake her at like.
So as you're doing that, I'm gonna kind of, if it's possible, to like tuck my wings down so they're not like out like I'm about to fly. They're just kind of like down and kind of hidden.
Yeah?
As if hope if this person does suddenly wake up, the fact that I'm here with like, yes, I have antenna, but we're in the dark forest. They're black. Hopefully that's not noticed. Except the black antenna may not be the first thing they notice, but the bright purple wings would be.
And
Probably
just as a reminder for the audience who may not remember all of the details of episode, Alex and Calithea, what are your ancestries?
Calthea, you can say yours first.
A fairy. Very much fairy.
Oh yes, it's Oops All Fae.
And it's
You don't
actually
know.
much more noticeable with Calthea as she has that, aqua, light pale, light aqua skin and a large rhinoceros beetle horn sticking out of her forehead.
And then Alex looks vaguely human, vaguely elfish.
It's funny.
I'm an
'cause
enigma. That's my race.
the twins look very human unless you take account of the giant antenna and wings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the dark color, we have black antenna and bright purple wings.
Fair
How
enough.
tall are you guys? How tall is everyone? Just so I can get a
Like,
size idea.
Lengthy. That's why I described Ash.
Lengthy.
They're
like,
put it this way. There's a reason I put world's smallest violin on Piper's playlist. Piper's small and has a violin.
I mean,
Like,
Ash is
we're saying
probably
small. We're
the
not talking like
tallest.
this big. We're talking like 4 foot, 5 foot, right?
How tall are
Like,
Larry's in this?
Foot?
They would be probably within like the. I would say like 2 to 4 feet, but like 4 feet would be really tall for them.
Okay, so Calithea is the 4 foot tall.
Yeah.
I just assumed that there were
I
more.
think Piper's on the lower end of that.
Yeah, so
Just
we're
imagine a small
probably
fairy
like,
playing
you
a violin.
know,
You're telling me Alex at like 5'8", 5'6" is the tallest person here?
well,
All fairies.
except for
Except for Black Fear,
Ash might be taller. I don't know how tall Ash is.
I take it back. Let's say we'll put Alex at 6 foot.
Yeah, I'll go with 5'8" for Ash.
It's the tallest.
Now, of course, this girl would not have to worry about seeing Ash, although if she did, when she does, we're fucking with a full-on fawn here. So
Perfect.
it's gonna be really hard to
Piper
explain
also
that.
kind of Piper follows Sonata's lead about kind of trying to hide the wings as much as possible.
Technically, I did put
Iridas-
Calthea around 4'6".
Okay, 4'6".
I'm a really tall fairy,
You're a really tall fairy.
but I'm a more of the insectoid looking fairy than.
Yeah.
Just horns.
Who here would have the highest instinct?
I have a whole +1.
I have a +2.
Well, that's probably you.
Yeah, mine's neutral. Zero.
Mine's a big fat goose egg.
And actually, you're deeper into the forest proper, Ash, because you're kind of sat back and hiding and watching. Can I get you to make me instinct roll with advantage?
So I roll twice, right?
So you're going to roll your duality die as normal, but you're also going to roll a d6. And that d6 is going to add to your overall number. Doesn't add to your hope, doesn't add to your fear, just the last number.
Okay. So I'm just gonna... I'm gonna Okay. That's a 2. Now I'm doing my d6.
Okay.
That's a 2 and an 8. Hope is higher with 8. That's a 5. 2, 8.
15?
So yes.
A 15 with hope.
Yes.
To
be clear, To be clear, the second dice hit my hope die. That's why I noted down what the number was.
Okay, fair enough. It's kind of a shitty situation for you all around. So here's what hope gets you.
Oh.
Right? Because currently, you're stuck between a clusterfuck situation in front of you where no one knows you're there. You have a teacher that you just ran from, so you can't go back to school. The hope is that the third bad thing, you have enough time to react. Because you can hear from the bubbling swamp behind you 2 pairs of footsteps.
Ooh.
You can decide at this point which direction you... If you go anywhere, you could stay put.
I stay put.
Would you like to try and re-roll that finesse roll to stealth? Because I would recommend.
I'm gonna move this dice now. My 6d6.
Okay.
16 with fear. +1 is a 17.
Okay. Your fear at this point has you holding your breath. You hope long enough for this thing to give or just not notice you. But you are at this point silent as the... As for the people who are clustered together, who has the highest instinct out of you? I know Alex has a +1.
The rest of us have a 0. I remember us all saying the rest of us have a 0.
0, 0, 0.
It's me?
Alex, go ahead and give us an
Oh
instinct
yeah!
roll. Let's see
Oh,
if
no.
you can notice the sounds in the night.
Decent. 17. Oh, no! I crit! Because I got 2 8s!
You got 2 8s.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Okay, so, first of all, you take a hope.
That's the first crit, guys.
That is your first crit. If you
Yay.
had a stress, you could clear it. I don't think you have
Don't
one
have
yet.
I'm the only one.
Alex, the one who knows this entire forest like the back of your hand.
Hey.
You do manage to hear the footsteps that are coming towards you. You notice that they're wet. They've come out of the swamp, and that creatures have noticed your presence. How the fuck could they not? There was an air to surface like woman missile that just happened. A lot of the times the creatures in the Tenebrae Forest are docile. This is something that disrupted their area, has probably freaked out a lot of the wildlife, and they are coming towards your direction. Know enough about the swamp-based creatures that there's gonna be an altercation quite soon, but you have enough time to. There's also an unconscious woman in front.
Right. I am going to scoop up this girl and start heading somewhere that I know is safer. Like, just not say a word, just scoop her up, start heading on. Like in a rushed, you all see Alex rushedly picking her up and walking and he'll turn behind him. What's that?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead and finish your thought.
I was just gonna say he'll turn behind him and just be like motioning for you all to come follow.
I'll follow without hesitation.
I will follow.
Do you do so stealthily, or do you do so quickly?
Quickly.
Okay.
Actually, take it back and do it stealthily.
You're gonna take it back and do it stealthily?
Yeah.
Are the rest of you also trying?
Depends on how noticeable Alex is about being quiet.
Could
Okay.
logically, because quiet and stealthily, could Piper like unhide her wings and take flight just slightly above the ground, so no longer making footstep sounds or anything, to be quieter?
Probably would move faster doing that too, actually.
Yeah,
if we're trying to be fast,
Well,
hovering
so
slightly above the ground to
hovering
fly.
would be slower. If you're flying, then your wings are flapping, and now you've got a different sound you're making.
Okay.
So you wouldn't snap any twigs per se, but you would hear the sound of flapping wings.
Okay.
But yeah, let's go ahead and base it on how stealthy our leader is being. Can I get a finesse roll from you?
Ooh, okay.
Can I use a help and help an ally?
15 with fear.
15 with fear. Describe to me how you situation.
Oh,
Uh,
oh wait. No, not wait.
probably trying to be alert for like certain unfavorable ground terrain and help like kind of help point it out or steer away. Just I guess maybe a second pair of eyes, like avoiding certain twigs or like loose leaves or just
Also, Kira,
attempting to.
Yes.
I have path forward, which means I can quickly identify the shortest, most direct path to your destination.
Yeah.
I don't know if that helps.
That is very good. And yes, if you would like, Calithay, spend a essentially give the help action. May add a d6, Alex, to the roll that you.
Nope.
Am I taking a d6? Do I add my own d6?
You add a d6. Well, Calithay, I roll a d6
Oh, okay.
because you're helping. Let's give you the
That's
awesome.
Not that poor.
because you're
Add 4 to make that a 19. You said with fear.
with fear, yes.
Hey. Alethea, with your knowledge of terrain, more as a battle strategy than anything else, but stealth is a battle strategy. You know, like, not to step there, you're keeping your voice quiet. And Alex, you are silent as all hell. You know where to go to, where there is like a little offset grove. It is more open, that allows you to kind of see what's coming at you, but it is still by the swamp. You're thinking you're probably not going to be able to outrun these creatures, but you could put yourself in a more favorable position, especially with a human girl on your back. And so you can get there relatively quickly. In this grove, for those of you who can see, tiny bits of detail, is serenely beautiful. There are flowers that grow here somehow in darkness. And there seems to be trees with hanging branches that seem to kind of swirl into these intricate sort of pulsing vines, but the vines themselves are still made out of the wood, like the bark of the tree. You find that you are able to kind of lean this girl against the tree. Is there any sort of preparation that you would like to make? As well, I'm going to go ahead and roll a luck check for you guys, just to see if this girl wakes up in the midst of you dragging her across a swampy, dark, foresty area. And I'll leave it up to you. Do you want her to wake up on high or low?
Ooh, on high.
On high?
Yeah.
Okay. You go to kind of place her down at the trunk of this tree and like make sure that her head doesn't, smack in the back of the tree. And as soon as you turn to kind of face your group again and sort of maybe plan something. You hear, and she reaches out and grabs your wrist. Where am I? She kind of looks around at the weird sort of lot of you, and she is shaking, she is breathing heavy, she's not talking, but she is very clearly rattled.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything that you guys do? And Ash, did you follow this group, or?
Yes, I do.
Okay. What sort of reactions do you guys have to her waking up? That sort of thing.
Once again,
Shushing her. Obviously,
Okay.
just like
Go ahead, B.
So when she wakes up, Sonata, I'm gonna kind of once again, like, you know, the startling sound of her waking up, kind of like, you know, wings are back again. You know,
like you
they're
immediately like flutter your wings as kind of like an emotional response.
yeah, and the wings are, you know, wings are now, you know, processing what the sound was. Wings were kind of staying like down and closed and kind of as hidden as I can possibly make them.
This girl like immediately catches sight of you because, by the way, there are two of you that are currently flying.
Well, land when land when she makes the sound and hide my wings.
And she's just gonna be like,
Piper tries to do the same.
"What the fuck are you?" And
Piper tries to kind of. Oh, I had a really stupid idea, but I don't know how honest would work. I had a really stupid idea, but out of character, but I don't know how honest would work.
tell me
go
the
ahead and make
stupid
whatever decision you're gonna make.
I was like, Piper kind of realizes, like, sees the name tag, and decides to decide to take a risk.
Okay.
A bit. Like,
Okay.
notice this person's from Inventor Vale was just like, oh, you ended up accidentally on the set for the show. We're in costume as actors for the show about the place called Defendus Academy. We're in costume. We had some harnesses on that helped us. You accidentally stumbled off set. We were trying to get you to safety.
Go ahead and give me, I'm gonna say, a presence roll with disadvantage.
I
Do I get silver tongue on this? Do I get silver tongue on
You
this?
can spend a hope to use silver tongue on this, yes.
Well, this is
Do you see
100
what I mean by
percent
I
of
said
plays.
I have a stupid idea, but it's funny, okay?
Yeah.
Can I follow Piper's lead? Kind of try to, back up their claim in any way.
If you'd like to spend a hope, you could use the help action and kind of cancel
Yeah.
out the disadvantage.
That's what I'll do.
Okay. You spend a hope, and you're kind of coordinating with your sibling. So go ahead and just give me a straight finesse roll, and then yes, you can add your experience from Silver Tongue.
Okay. +4 to that.
That is a 17 with fear because I have a +2 presence and a +2 silver tongue.
Okay.
So 17 with fear.
So that is a success with fear. I'll tell you what the success and what the fear gets you. She kind of calms down. She goes, "Oh, Steph, stumbled. So sorry, guys, for messing up any of the shooting." And then she stands up from her position. And you can hear her go, "Sorry, guys, I will be leaving the set. I just,
Oh, God.
You know,
She immediately gets loud.
immediately gets loud because she figures this isn't real anymore. That's my
at
bad.
that, do I know of a good tree? No, wait, we're at a tree.
You're at
Can
a
I
tree.
bring her? Can I grab her again and bring her up the tree?
You would like
Tree?
to spider monkey her up a tree.
Yep. Yes, I
Okay,
would.
So this is going to be first off opposed strength. Because
Yep.
you are now attempting to grapple this girl.
Yep. Uh-huh. Okay. Ooh, decent, really good.
You are... Oh god. Oh, I rolled 2 d20s. Don't do that. She does not roll 2 d20s as her duality die.
Oh.
Oh no. Oh,
How bad is it?
It's not a crit.
Okay.
You are looking to beat a 21.
I got a 22. A hopeful 22.
A hopeful 22.
I did. I got a 10 and a 12.
She got a 10 and an 11.
Yeah.
So, go ahead and mark that hope point for
I'm
yourself.
scare the shit out of her.
And she's like, I will leave immediately. I am so... What the fuck are you... And you just grab her, throw her backpack style.
Run her waist, fireman carry. Yep.
And then go ahead and give me... I'm gonna say... Is climb. I guess climb would be strength as well, right?
Can I convince you to make an agility?
I would say you can make... I'll keep the DC the same. I'll make it a DC 12.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I will say agility with disadvantage. Because you have a person on your back.
Okay.
You never know.
You
You
know
can roll
what?
a 1 on the D6.
I'll do it as strength then.
Okay. Just give me
Hope for the
flat
best.
strength.
Okay. A hopeful 20 that peaked in high school.
That doesn't work here.
Yes, it does.
That doesn't work here.
Shut up.
Okay. So a hopeful 20 as you just scamper up this. She's like, what are you doing? I can just go. Like, I have my car in the back, in the parking lot. If you guys want me to go, I can go. I'm sorry.
She is up a tree.
She's up a tree. Yes, you are both up a tree. Which leaves your other 3 compatriots on the ground. And a fawn in the forest.
Oh, right. You're still following us.
As the
I
footsteps
assume.
seem to have caught,
Ash.
and within close range, the 3, well, I would say the 4 of you, right? Happen to see, let's see how they're described here. Reptile fish hybrids that vary in length, armed with powerful jaws. These are called Eeligators.
Okay.
These are alligators
God.
with the length,
Eel
the body
thing?
length, and the head of an eel.
Oh my god. First of all, whoever came up with that name,
They
I love
are
you.
absolutely snapping their jaws in direction and are not fans of you. It's
Right,
at this
okay.
point that I would like to introduce the combat system of
Yay!
Daggerheart, which acts very differently, probably to any RPG you've played before. We're not going to roll for initiative. There's no such thing as initiative. Instead, the heroes, because you guys know that creatures are coming, there's not an ambush. The heroes always go first. You can all take as many actions as you want. For every action that you take, I bank an action point.
Ooh,
And
interesting.
the first time one of you fails a roll or succeeds with fear,
Shit.
I get to.
Ooh. Ooh, shit.
So you could get
Okay.
you could get like 8 attacks in a row, completely
Good.
fine. But the moment you fail, I activate the same amount of times. There's no order, so you can go in any order that you want. You can have someone even go twice in a row, 3 times in a row if you want.
How
So
many of them are
that is
there?
up to you guys. Discuss amongst yourselves if you would like me to facilitate, like, you know, so that each person gets their own thing to do. I can do that. But otherwise,
have
I'm going to leave this
both
pretty
my
much in your guys'
weapons?
hands. It is the hero's turn.
I have a question.
Sure.
How many enemies are there?
There are 2 of these Eeligators.
I can hit them both at once if we want me to have a go. Pretty
Sure.
good damage. Okay.
Okay.
Is everyone fine
We
with that? If you want me to,
Attacked yet?
Sorry?
they look like they're about to.
They are very vicious looking. Yeah, they are not liking you.
How close
is
am
everyone-
I?
You are all within close range. So
Is
that's
everyone
the other
okay if
thing
I-
is that we don't use feet in this. If you're looking at your skills, it will tell you melee, very close, close, far, very far, and fuck it, there's no point.
How
Wait.
far is it to? Can someone move from close to melee?
You can move from close to melee as part of your action.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Do you mind if I quickly go? Because I can hit both of them.
Go ahead.
Okay.
If everyone doesn't mind. I'm gonna run up to them, and I'm going to cast Wild Flame.
Oh my
Great.
god.
Ooh,
What the fuck is that?
Magic!
It hits up to 3 enemies in melee range.
interesting. Go
Well,
ahead.
I know at minimum I'm rolling with hope. That is a 16 with hope.
That is a 16
To hit.
Thank
I'm going to
God
hit
you
each
got
of them.
with hope.
16. A 16 does hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Let me get my d6s out, because I need to roll d6s. You know what, because it was hope, I'm going to roll with my hope d6. My d6 that matches my hope set, right?
Yes.
That's 8 damage to... 8 fire damage to both of them.
8 fire damage to both of them, so that does not break their major threshold. So it will deal 1 point of HP to them, which is still, I mean, still damage, man. That's.
I will
awesome.
mention this, but I got a 12 on my hope die, that's why I said I'm rolling with hope at least!
Mm-hmm.
We still get hope points when we roll for this?
You do,
Or
yes.
do we?
So you go
Okay,
ahead
I'm
and you
just
get your
checking.
hope point.
Okay, thank you. I
Is
just
there
wanted to do
anybody
that
else
because I
that would
know I
like to
can
go?
hit both of them.
It's a good question. Do we want to?
You're a distress reset on sessions.
It does not. It resets with either short or long rests as part of your downtime.
Thank
Yep.
you.
Or if you crit.
Or
I
if you crit.
realized I could have.
Oh right.
I realized I could have activated one of my features, and I didn't. And I don't know if I have time.
You can still do it.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to activate Rally, which is a once
Action.
per session feature.
Ooh.
So Piper perceives they are a threat and looks to everyone, knowing they can't be quiet to avoid it anymore, and just looks to everyone like, we need to work together to defeat them. Bring your best, bring your A game. we can do this to rally everyone together to fight these guys.
And what mechanical benefit does that rally?
Once per session, as your party prepares to enter a dangerous or difficult situation, describe how you rally them and give yourself and each of your allies a d6 rally die. Anyone with a rally die can spend it to roll it, adding a result to an action roll, reaction roll, or damage roll, or clearing stress equal to the rally die result. So you get a d6 on one roll during this fight.
So basically,
or till the end of the session. One
Critical
roll at
Role
the end of
might
the
have
session.
slightly been inspired by D&D 5e when they made this.
Crazy.
You essentially have the closest thing to bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll have a rally dice.
The difference between that and this in Daggerheart's mechanics is you can also use it to clear stress if you.
What is it? It's a D6?
It's a D6.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sweet.
So Piper rolls in this magnificent sort of brilliance of flashy magical fire, and in the midst of the smoke and brilliant flames caused by this, an absolute thespian looks back at you and says, "We can do this." And there's, in this dark, dank, enclosing swamp area with these creatures bearing down on you, there's a feeling that, yeah, you guys can't.
Cool.
Can I try something?
Of course.
Oh, wait.
We don't even know you're here.
Nope.
The first thing you guys will see, I'm gonna try and cast Rain of Blades.
Okay.
Love it.
Are you going to step out of the forest into the clearing to do this, to get like a better...
Yes.
Okay.
That is
so
body with a chance of daggers.
Unknown person steps out into the clearing, and as you're thinking, fuck, we need to fight something else, conjures these sort of spectral arcane blades out of absolute thin air and throws them out towards the Eeligators.
I need to make a spell casting roll.
Go ahead and make a spellcast roll.
Which is what dice?
It's always going to be your duality dice, so it's always going to be your 2d12s. And you're going to add whatever stat...
I need to re-roll one of them because I cannot see what the number is.
That's fair. And then you're going to add whatever stat it says that your spell casting stat.
That is a 7, which is not good.
It is a 7 with hope or with fear?
Hope.
With hope. Okay. So I don't get an extra, because that would not only be a failure, but it'd be a failure with fear if you had fear. That would give me 2. But you send out these blades. You just kind of manage to trip over a vine as you're making your grand entrance, and you're just off kilter.
That's for a class clown. Makes sense with a class. That makes sense with
You
a
were
class
like,
clown.
never fear, I am... And just immediately faceplant. These blades like skim
appeal.
in a spiral and are sent off over the water as the Eeligator's like...
You see Alex do the same face.
And that would be 2 people who have acted. So, I'm gonna get to active pace. Ooh.
Ooh.
I love
I'm
that.
sorry.
So do we want to have somebody else go, or do we want to let them do their thing?
Can I?
But it is
I
my
just want.
time to...
Oh,
Oh.
Because
Oh,
the
right,
fear
'cause
was rough.
I forgot we feared on that one.
Not because of fear.
No,
was
it was
rolled,
a
but because
fail.
A roll fail.
Oh,
Either
fail.
that
Because
or
it failed.
fear
Got it.
causes me.
Wait, can I ask you a question, Kira?
Of course.
A clarification. So when I'm looking at this like number line of damage, right?
Uh-huh.
There's minor damage mark 1, then it's a number, then the major damage mark 2, and then another number severe damage mark 3.
Yes.
Minor damage anything less than that number, and then Or is that your major damage threshold?
That first number is
Yeah.
anything below that first number, you take the minor damage.
You take 1. Okay.
Anything
and then
above that
uh,
number and below the second number, you take the second one, and anything above.
Got it.
I think it's the second number and above, and the first number
Yeah.
and above,
And
but
then
below
if you can
the.
somehow, because
Between
remember that you
there.
can mark armor slots to reduce the amount of damage by your armor score. And you
How many
can
armor-
mark more than one armor slot in an attack. Not just one per attack.
I see.
If you somehow
Okay.
manage to make it under 1 point of damage, 0, take no HP.
Okay.
Even if the attack was.
Thank you. I get it.
Because
Sure,
there
I'll-
are 2 people that just made their presence known, they are within close distance. They're going to try to pull each of you under.
In this grove?
Yes.
Love that.
Spend that against a success. Cool. Let's only use that word if it actually happens. What is their attack? So, let's go with Piper first. Because Piper wanted to make this big leader statement.
Yeah, so we just see this rando, like, come out of the bushes with knives going off the other direction.
Yep. Just absolutely eat shit right in front of you.
I mean, Alex and Calthea might know this rando.
Right.
They are the class clown.
You're probably very well aware with this absolute shit disturber of a fawn.
Oh god. You just see Alex's face just...
Ash, you probably wouldn't know Alex.
No.
Calthea has a huge reputation being part of the mock sport, like being the mock sports captain. That is an 11 to hit.
So close.
Piper, what is your evasion? 10! Your evasion is a 10?
Yes!
That's lower
Mine's
than
only on
what I
11.
rolled.
That's lower than
So
what I
close.
rolled.
Why do you think I said so close?
God, it's not often I get to break Zach.
Question.
That's
Yeah, what-
usually the one breaking me.
Do we have our armor on or not?
You would have your armor on, yes, because you, first off, probably are, as a sorcerer, rocking Gambison armor or leather.
Yes.
So it's not encumbering for you at all. The rest of you knew you were going into the forest and knew to suit the fuck up.
I really wish I had used one of my abilities now.
I don't need armor.
I have an ability that increases my evasion by 2, but it has to be done before the attack roll.
Very slight.
Yeah, I was about to say I could have done that if I just had remembered to do it before the attack
So-
roll.
That is 12 points
Already.
of damage.
I am taking armor slots because that is severe damage for me. Holy heck, no way. Holy heck, no way.
Go ahead and tell me how many armor slots you're using and what you're reducing at.
I'm gonna use 3 just so I can get it down to minor damage. Because
Okay.
my threshold for major is 6. I literally have to reduce it down to 3 points.
Yeah.
Just to get
That's
up to my
entirely fair.
minor.
You see this thing fully wraps its jaws around Piper, and Piper is gone.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
Ah!
Piper is small enough to fit in this thing's jaws. You can still
Sonata's gonna
hear
cry
them-
out.
You can still hear them fighting about inside, and because of this, most of this is like jaw, like not sharp teeth, but it's just like the inside of the mouth clamping down on you, and you feel, Piper, some of your armor kind of give way, and you're happy that you suited up before you came in here. That being said, it is also going to move back into the water.
There goes my idea of setting fire to the inside of its mouth when it's possible.
Especially
I'm gonna-
when you are, in fact, drowning.
Ah, shit. I wondered if that was the word you were talking about.
Yes, so the Eeligator pulls the target under, making them restrained and drowning. While drowning, every token that is added to the action tracker causes them to mark a stress.
Oh my god. Wait,
So,
every single action?
yes, I'm
And we
glad that
do?
you caught a hold of that. I do not add to the action tracker. But you guys do. Which means, make your moves count.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Because there is ways to get Piper out.
Question
But-
is stabbing this guy in the
Why
mouth
do
will
our-
get me out? Is the
Yes,
question,
that
can
is
I
one of the
stab
ways to
this
do it.
guy in the mouth?
One of the ways
Like,
to do it
do
is
I
to
just-
do above, is to do major damage or above.
I'm not gonna get that kind of damage.
And then, of course, there is a strength check that you...
Okay.
Strength is a -1. I'm
Okay.
never getting out of there.
You know what's great?
Um.
That's just one of them. We also have an interesting fawn that made their presence known.
Hi.
Hi there. And that is going to... Oh, that's not great, actually. That's going to be a 9 to hit. What is your evasion?
Wait,
A 10. This thing fucking snaps out at you, and you just kind of...
can I kick it?
Um, do you want
I
to
think
make an unarmed attack at it? I would recommend
That's an
if you're going to
action.
be adding stuff to the initiative or the
No.
action tracker, you do something a
No.
little bit better than that.
Yeah, no.
But those are both of my action points that I get to use, which means it goes back to the heroes.
Ugh.
Try to
Can
do the math
I...
of what is my best damage to try and get out of this guy's mouth. You know what I mean?
Yep. And also, if your friends, if one of your friends happens to deal major damage to it, it will release you as well.
Do any of you guys have good damage options?
I mean, I can do a D8 plus 2. That's
the
my
only
highest thing.
way to
1d10. 1d10. How far away is it, though?
It
From
is
me.
currently at far distance, which means you can get within very... You can get within close... No, you can get within very close, but not within melee.
I have a 1d10.
So, before we make attacks on it,
Mm-hmm.
does me being, quote, well-read advantage on rolls that deal with history, culture, politics of a prominent person or place? Will that assist me in understanding these guys more? Or do I just know things about these peeps in general?
Give me a knowledge roll. I'll say this will not add to the action track.
Okay. No, 11 knowledge with fear.
With fear.
Oh no.
Ask me something. What is it that you wish to know?
I'm thinking of like what I would know. Are they like, what do they like? So stupid. Like, what? Because I don't want to ask about like what they're resistant to or things like that. Like, I want to know what like makes them chill out usually. What are things that they're like into
Once
usually?
they're threatened or they feel threatened, they are pretty aggressive until the threat is dealt with.
Mhm.
So I would say, like, there's not a lot of, like, offering them a flower or something. You're
Sure. Yeah.
probably going to have to defeat them or run.
Okay.
Right?
Hey, man, I
Because
just
they're going to pursue you.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I just sent you a message. I just realized after like looking at my spell. I'll send you the thing.
Like, based on what your spell casting stat is?
Let me show you. Yeah, it says a +2.
Yeah, so that's adding that plus your stat roll. Right? So
that would have been 9 instead of 7 earlier.
I can promise you that also would not have hit.
Yeah, I know. I just want.
But
I just remembered now.
Good looking out. The other thing is, if any of you have 3 hope to spend, you are in a combat scenario, and you can perform a tag team maneuver.
That's right. I forgot we can do that.
F3.
I also have 3.
I have 2, but I can make myself have 3, but I don't really
I only
want to
have
spend
1
that
because I haven't
action.
gained any.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
I
he's
don't
got
want
one.
to do that quite yet. Okay, I have a thing I want to do.
Okay.
Can I please make this Eeligator, the one that just attacked Piper and snatched her up, my ranger focus by spending a hope die?
Do you just spend the hope die, or do you need to hit a creature?
It's weird because it says you spend a hope die and make an attack with your weapon. On a success, it then has other things.
I'm going to go ahead and roll that because remember, everyone, Daggerheart is in beta playtesting, which means this is not a completed game, and you too can go out and playtest this over a demi. I recommend. I'm going to go ahead and rule that you don't have to spend the hope unless you hit.
Thank you. I was thinking the same thing.
So,
well, I was thinking this is like a piece of, I was like, that's kind of dumb that I have to spend it and then attack.
Yeah, spend it, make the attack, and then if you fail the attack,
right, then you just wasted it.
Like, yeah. No. So if you would like to make an attack, go ahead.
Cool. I would like to do that. I'm actually, how far am I from, if I'm still up in the tree, how far am I from this Eeligator?
From the one that has Piper, you are currently at far distance.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna take, debating how I want to have it actually. Fuck it. So I'm gonna. I actually don't know how I want to flavor this yet.
Sorry, I'm just remembering how the Daggerheart rules work as well. You can actually get within melee distance of it. It will just require an agility roll.
I see.
So.
Okay.
That's when agility rolls start having to be a thing, and then the DC gets higher depending on how far the creature is. But you can if there's somebody who wanted to get into melee with it, you can do
that. That's what I can do is far distance. That's why I asked.
You know what? Okay, I'm gonna take this. I'm playing around with how I'm flavoring things right now. So
go for it.
I have a returning blade. I don't know if that, because I also have a dagger right now, and I feel like I should kind of swap those out and make the returning blade a dagger and then like a rapier or something as like my like normal weapon. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. I'm sure it's probably the same amount of damage for right now.
It would be so the returning blade is always going to be the same amount of damage no matter what the blade is flavored as.
Right.
So if you want it to be like a specialized dagger that just kind of dips back to you, throw it, you can totally do that.
Love it. Let's do it. Flavor. Okay, so I've got the dagger. I'm gonna just basically boomerang the shit out of it. And I'm gonna try to attack this
Perfect. Go ahead and give me an
Eeligator.
attack.
And I'm gonna use that bardic inspiration. What's it called? Piper?
Rally.
Rally.
The rally dice.
Rally. I'm gonna use that rally die as well to add to this. Okay, and I can't count. 11, 12, 13 with hope.
13 just misses.
Oh,
It's so
and I
sad.
think it's stress.
Yes, Piper, I'm going to get you to mark a stress. You get your hope point,
I do. Okay.
and the one of the Eeligator that is currently by Ashley that failed to attack them is going to turn and see the emotional distressed look on Sonata's face, and is going to attempt to death grip.
Oh, lovely.
Excuse me. You can't just death grip.
Oh no, but it says right here that I can. So I think I'm
Look at
gonna.
the twins!
How close is
Look
Sonata?
at the twins! This is rude.
Gonna.
I would say like everybody would be probably within like very close range.
Okay.
So it is going to mark a stress in order to, and it is going to make. Oh god, that just leaped out of the dice tray. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. It is going to be an 18 hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Nah, it won't. I'll use a stress point, and I am your shield.
Okay.
So you're going to intercept.
Take the
that attack?
damage.
You're going to take
Yeah.
the damage.
Gonna take the damage.
Okay. So it's going to deal 2d10 physical, and
Yep.
then it's going to mark a stress to deal an extra hit point on top of whatever it does to you.
Cool. I reduced that by my strength score.
You do, which I assume is 2.
Yep. Yeah, you're the DM. Come prepared.
Prepare. Incorrect when you speak.
I had a stupid idea when eventually it's our turn again.
If you're gonna mess us up, you're gonna at least come prepared to mess us up.
That is going to be 8 reduced by 2 to 6, which I assume is not going to clear your major.
Nope.
So that is only going to be 1 hit point from the attack and 1 from the death grip. And it also marks you as restrained until the Eeligator, once again, is dealt major damage.
Oh. That's a thing that you can put on your sheet. You can do it under conditions.
Oh, neat! Y'all, Demiplane is so good. And it's not run by Wizards of the Coast, which is also awesome.
May I try something to help Piper?
I do have an idea if you want to hear my idea real quick.
Yeah, both of you guys can coordinate and then figure out what you want to do.
I planned on using, because I do have a far spell I can use.
Yeah, I don't mind
have
risking one more
Unleash
stress.
Chaos.
Yeah, I don't mind risking one more stress to do what I kind of want. That will help you. This will help you
Okay.
help me. I could use one of my songs.
John.
Technically.
So apparently this is an action, so it would only, it would be a benefit of 1 stress, because I'd add 1. But I have a thing where once per long rest, I can use an action, and all allies who can hear me clear 2 stress.
Oh, I was looking at my subclass. I have the ability to play an epic song, insert Smooth Criminal right here, and I make a close target vulnerable.
causing any allies to have an advantage against that target.
You know what? I will also take, I guess, because it doesn't save as an action or anything like that, I'll use my unstoppable class feature, and I cannot be restrained.
Ooh.
And-
You are going too quickly, and you are too buff to be restrained by this creature. So you could,
Nice.
in fact, stack it. Because keep in mind that Piper currently has 1 stress from their situation. If Sonata used their ability, it would go on the action tracker,
Mm-hmm.
and so yeah. So this is what would happen. If
Ooh.
Piper used their song, they would be at 2 stress. If Sonata then used her ability, it would clear 2 but add 1. And then if Ashley went on the attack, they would be at vulnerable, and Piper would only be at 2.
That might be the best order to
Let's
do this.
do that.
Do we want to do that?
Yeah. And
So,
you're gonna use
in
in the rally anyway.
Yeah, so so you get 2d6 on top of that. That means because you get the rally d6 and the vulnerability advantage
You know what's
d6.
funny? I have more than
Um,
1d6 with my fire die.
Okay. So somehow from inside this guy's mouth, Piper pulls out their violin and starts playing the violin melody to "Smooth Criminal" by Michael
Oh
Jackson.
my god, we just hear a very muffled Smooth Criminal.
It is not even muffled. You hear as this thing is like trying to swallow and like devour Piper. You can hear a violin start playing as music echoes through this thing's nose. As he like exhales and some parts become like louder than others. This like
So I choose the one that I am in the mouth of to make temporarily vulnerable. Okay,
considering
One
it's the only
I
one
am
you can see, yeah, I figured as much.
it's any
Okay.
close range, honestly, but still, I choose this one because I want out. Please.
I guess, speaking of vulnerability, I
So-
technically had resistance, because I'm unstoppable.
Yeah. Also, Stoppy, actually, small idea. You could use that rally dice. You could use the rally dice on damage to do +6 damage,
I'll do
and
that.
then just use the advantage on the attack. So you've got advantage on the attack and then +6 on the damage, making it more likely to free me.
Okay, let's do the advantage for right now.
Ashley,
and then
go ahead
Sonata.
and give me an attack roll with advantage.
That is 13 with fear.
Oh no.
But that's I have not done the the advantage.
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't done the advantage yet.
Has Sonata already
That
used
is
that
a
thing that removes-
6. For the advantage roll.
Wait, what was the order we were doing these things in? Y'all just kind of started going.
Sonata went first. Sonata went before Ashley.
Okay, so I went after. I went after
No,
your
that's a
vulnerability.
9. That is a 16 with hope. Never mind.
Okay.
Plus the 6 is a 22.
A
With hope.
22 with
Okay.
hope. Go ahead and
Also,
add
just
your
to make
hope
sure,
point.
just to make sure
So-
Sonata did her thing right. That
I mean,
Yeah.
I
limited
didn't
to
say
2
anything,
checks.
but y'all went right into it. But so once per long rest, you can use an action to give a heartfelt, inspiring speech. All allies who can hear you clear 2 stress. So Sonata does. Ash or not Sonata. Piper does. Ashley, whatever. You are now. I think you had what 1 stress from earlier. You are cleared. If either, I guess yeah, Calafea, you're clear. And Alex, if you had any, you're clear.
So,
Because I think the most we had was Piper was that the 2. I think
I
that
had
was the
2.
highest we had anywhere. You also had 2?
Yeah.
I had 1.
Okay.
so
Everybody is clear of 2.
I now need to.
before Ashley rolls damage, what are the inspiring words that you give to make the situation less stressful?
Okay, that means I have to actually come up with words. I'm not good at that. I'm not good at on-the-spot words.
Wait, that's now 24. I forgot the plus 2.
I kind of, I'm looking at the situation. There, my twin sibling is being devoured by a Eeligator.
Yeah.
We have a girl who is very much not supposed to be here, up in a tree with Alex. But kind of on I guess the adrenaline rush of Calathea basically just saving my butt. I kind of like, kind of with that like adrenaline energy, just kind of say, I know this doesn't look great, but we've got this. We can take these guys. We can do this. We are students of Defendus Academy. We are heroes. We got this.
Yeah, we got this.
You can actually, Alex, because you haven't moved from your position in
Ye-
with with Aubrey. She kind of looks out and she sees all this magic getting cast and all. It's real.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Just kind of not like submits a little bit.
Alex, do you have magic?
So, quick answer, yes, I'm a ranger. Long answer, I don't have any domain cards right now that are magic.
But you have the potential.
So,
for
yeah, I have the potential for magic.
She looks
I
at
would.
you.
I like to think that there's like a little bit of magic-y elements to, like, cantrips obviously aren't a fucking thing, but like, can I just make a few like little sparks or something in my hand or something?
She looks at you. She just kind of brushes your hair out of your face. She like looks down.
Just kind of gives her a nod.
Okay. Life or death situation? Crazy shit going on? Magic somehow
Yep.
involved.
Nodding.
Might as well. Go ahead and roll your damage, Ashley.
Is this a D10?
Yes, it's the one that looks like a spinning top.
Yeah, thank you. I just wanted to make sure.
If you see a 0, that means 10.
I need to re-roll one of my die again. It fell on my thing.
And then don't forget to add an extra d6 too.
Hey, guess what? That is a 6 again?
Hell yes.
And that is a 10 in total.
That is a 10 damage in total.
Please be enough.
So that is not enough, unfortunately, to break the major.
Oh.
But it is still enough to deal a point of HP to. And
So it's
that's
still a
I
success.
am stuck.
At least I tried.
So that was
Did
and
anyone
that was
rely
and that was
upon
with hope, so you guys are still on the action tracker.
Okay.
Okay.
As that's... Oh, go ahead, Calathea, if you have something.
Oh, I was just gonna punch it really hard.
Oh, go punch it! Go punch it!
Please help.
Punch the shit out of it!
Are you punching the one that is holding Piper?
If I can get close enough.
I'm gonna get an agility. We're just gonna call this DC 10.
Agility. Okay.
Is Piper just here like
And
stuck in
try
this
to punch
guy's mouth?
its mouth, I think. Trying to force it to open its mouth.
18 with hope.
Sweetness!
You are
Sweetness!
going to add a hope, and you are able to clear the distance fucking easily. This now again, to those of you
So is
who
it
are
this guy
part of the opening ceremonies, what you saw was a performance. Calathea was not trying to, you know, kill necessarily their teammate. This is different. This is a battle-ready person swooping across this terrain like it doesn't even exist.
I think my song is temporary, but I think it would last till the end of the turn. I feel like, Med.
It would
And
last
till the end of
until
our
the end of the turn, yes. Till a failure.
So you have advantage on this attack, by the way. You have advantage because of the vulnerable.
Go ahead and give me Punch McRockfist.
And I guess on the way there, I kind of do like the what's his name? That kind of fist reload thing.
Oh, the Roman Reigns fucking cocking the fist.
Well, it came from a different. It was the actor that played Superman.
Greek Cavill?
Yeah. He did
Okay.
it in one of the his movies. He does the cow reload. It's just, and because
You do the Cavill reload and just jumping Superman punch.
the Guardian weapons I chose are like the magical gauntlets, because that's one of the options I had.
Go
So
ahead and give me an attack roll with it.
I kind of just punch to this advantage. That's D6 added.
Yes.
Funny with hope.
20 is definitely going to hit. Add your hope and go ahead and roll for damage.
Let's see, with Unstoppable, it does a bunch of stuff too. What does it do? Oh, I added the current value of my Unstoppable today, which is 1.
Also, if you want to, you could also, if you haven't used the rally dice, you could use that if you want.
To add to damage, yeah, okay. Wait, that can add to damage.
I'm just reminding people like what stuff I've given them,
Also,
so they know what they have up their shoulder, like sleeves right now.
please
Yeah.
forgive me, stream, because you're properly.
And your rally is a 6? D6?
A D6.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, that rally. 15.
Be enough. Please be enough. Please be enough.
So can you try to punch it in the mouth? Would that help?
You said 15?
Yeah.
Its major threshold is 12.
Hey
You
yo!
mark 2 points of damage onto this Eeligator, and Piper, you are able to fly free.
Fuck yeah!
I walk over,
Immediately
reload, and I
flies
just
up,
kind of give it a gut punch.
very
and spits
angry.
it out.
Mm-hmm. Piper just flies up very angry and is just like, so we want to murder these guys, right?
You are like launching into that fucking the secondary chorus part where it like starts to crescendo up. Just full dead-eyeing this thing. It is still you guys on the initiative tracker up to 4. But there is somebody else who is going to take an action.
Ah,
no.
shit.
Oh no!
Goblin. Teacher.
No, not a teacher.
No, it's fucking Aubrey.
It's Aubrey.
Aubrey, with like one kind of look to you, Alex, just kind of goes, "Fuck it, this might as well be a thing."
Oh no!
And you see her.
She gets that. She sees this look of, you're not gonna do what I think you're doing.
You see her start to scan out the branches of the tree, and for a very brief, fleeting moment, see her eye. You ever see a camera lens zoom in?
Mm-hmm.
You see that happen with her irises.
No. Okay.
As she goes, that one leaps down from the tree, reaches up, snaps one of the branches off at the hilt, and just kind of fucking holds the branch out, and is like, okay, sure, fuck you. And she is going to... Oh god, why did I switch to a different thing? I wanted to be able to live stream things, but still be able to check her character sheet.
Bro.
She is going to... Actually, she is going to... She's going to bury one of her domains to gain a hope. And is going to look over at Sonata.
Okay.
Okay.
And she's like, did I hear you right? You said that was your sibling?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll follow your lead. She is going to spend all 3 of her hope points to tag team with you.
Okay.
And she is going to unleash chaos.
Oh.
That's what I used to.
You see that she does not have as good of a hold on it as you do.
Oh no.
So basically, both B, in this moment, both you and I are going to make a spell cast. We are then going to... We'll discuss it, and we will choose which one of our roles to use.
Okay.
Oh, that's kind of... Oh, I'm gonna take the lower one.
Well, that's the thing, right? Is like, do you want to chance the lower one with hope? Or do you want to
I see.
go the higher
Okay,
one
okay.
and guarantee the hit, but it's fear?
I see.
This is also
okay,
a
that's
chance
kinda cool.
for, possible.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I also roll.
You also roll.
Okay. I actually have a thing that just does. Yeah. So it's the 2.
You know
Because
what I
I
realized is both of these dice look exactly the same.
Yeah, you were the one who told us that they have to look different.
I didn't think I'd be using the character sheet of an NPC. So what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to fuck this up again for the stream.
Okay. Well, I rolled.
Okay.
I got a fearful 15.
Fearful 15,
Yeah.
and she got a fearful 8. So it's going to be fear regardless.
Yep.
Oh,
So
no.
take the 18.
So we're going to take
Mine
the 18.
was off by 1. Like it's a 7 on the hope die and an 8 on the fear.
Oh my god, and wasn't 7 and 9.
Oh,
my
my god.
So here's how this is gonna go. Do you have a damaging spell?
I do not.
Okay. Then what's going to happen is you're going to roll 2d. Yeah, because she would get 2 tokens on the Unleash Chaos, right? And then roll a number of d10 equal to the number of tokens that you spent. She has absolutely no control over this magic right now, and this is all gonna come out in
Yeah, I
one
was about
big
to
burst.
say.
So, Sonata, I'm gonna get you to roll 2d10, and I'm gonna roll 2d10, and we're gonna add them together.
Okay.
Oh no.
I mean, I've got to remember baby pens, but I've got it.
Disgusting.
Okay.
Did you
I
roll
have a
2 ones or
12.
something?
Sorry, what was that, Dawn?
Sorry, nothing.
Sure.
I just jokingly said because you said disgust or something. I was like, did you roll 2 ones or something?
No, you have no idea. You said 12, right?
Yeah.
So you rolled 12. She rolled 13.
Okay.
For a total of 25, which is the Eeligator's severe damage threshold.
Oh.
Which marks 3 hit points on it, which are the last 3 hit points that it had.
Ooh.
Let's go.
And you just see, like, the both of you target this thing, and this, like, this whirl of arcane energy surrounds her. She's like, I don't think I can. Boom! And it just goes off like a fucking shotgun, knocks her on her ass. This energy between the both of you swirls and knocks this thing belly up, unmoving, unliving.
Piper quickly
You know-
goes down to check they're both okay.
Well,
just
there
kinda
is
like-
another one there.
Yeah.
And
And the turn did switch. It does switch here.
it does, because it was the roll with fear, and I have 5 activations.
You have a lot of actions.
So it is going to... Well, currently, it's equidistant between, like, all of you guys. And so, it's gonna go ahead and just make... well, first off, I'm gonna use one of my actions to mark a stress. And heal one of its HP. Using
Oh no, who
what's
failed?
called Healing Skin.
Okay.
Kind of see that the wound that was done to it by that like opening flame volley from Ashley seems to kind of sink underneath the water, and you hear sizzle as it seems to wash away.
I see. It's a bippity boppity bitch.
It really very much
Yeah.
is. Piper is actually the only
Also joking
one
that-
that is out in the water. Well, no, I guess technically Calthea is out in the water as well. Because you went out to melee with it.
Well, of course.
So-
How else are we supposed to hit it?
Piper flew up after escaping, though, so Piper may not be in the water. I said
Yes.
Piper flew up after escaping.
Alex, you are up in a tree. So,
Not for long. Not for
Not for
long.
long.
it's going to go after Sonata and Ashley twice.
Oh no. Okay.
So, I'm just going to go ahead and roll for each of you. Let's go in the order I have you on the screen. Ashley first.
Oh no.
That is going to be a 14 and a 16 to hit.
Yep.
So I will roll these separately because of the threshold.
That's not nice.
Oh, God, that's disgusting. How much HP do you have? Like, how many HP slots do you have?
Good question. I don't know.
You should be able
Oh,
to
yeah, I
see
should've
on
marked
your
it.
character sheet.
6.
6. Okay. You also have armor slots that you can use to reduce this, because that is 17 points of damage to you. What is your severe threshold?
Would it be?
What would it see
It's the
that?
second number, right above it,
12.
where it says minor damage.
How-
Minor damage is the
who's-
second number.
Who's this against?
This is against Ashley.
How close would Calthea be to Ashley?
You would be within far distance
Ah,
from
okay.
Ashley, because you closed the gap with the other Eeligator.
Fair enough. Ah, it's that one. Okay.
I
Lost
am
track.
So
gonna
currently you're
read-
looking at marking 3 of your hit points.
Yeah.
I would recommend probably using some of your armor slots.
Yeah, and I'm doing that down to 10, which will get me marked down to 2.
Yeah.
Mark 2 gone, right?
So you have 2 of your HP gone. Your second attack is going to deal 13 points of damage to you.
I'm down.
Well, no, because then you would
No.
mark 3, so you'd have 5 HP marked, and you have 6, right?
Yes.
So you're at
What?
1, but you're looking fucking rough.
Did you use all your armor slots just to reduce it down to 10?
Yeah. My minor is 6 on.
What is your armor
No
score?
question.
My armor score is 3.
Okay.
You would have only used 3 armor slots to reduce that down to what would actually be 8. If you wanted to reduce it down to below 12, you would have to use 2 armor slots. So you'd still have 4 armor slots to reduce to 13, if I'm correct, Med.
I would assume so, depending on the armor that you have and how many slots.
I have Gabble's
Bobby
10.
said she has a 3 armor score, same as Piper, and each armor slot would reduce the number by 3, if I'm correct.
Yes.
So for Stoppy to get below severe threshold, you would need to use 2 armor slots, which means you still have 4 armor slots to reduce to 13, however much you
I have
want.
7 armor
Okay.
slots.
Yeah.
Oh, you have 7, so you still have 5 armor slots to reduce the 13 however low you want. Okay,
Yeah.
you reduce
Wait,
it by
each
3
armor
each time.
slot? That's what I was wondering.
Each armor
It's
slot
reduced
reduces it by
armor.
your armor score.
Yeah, I think Stoppy got confused and
Interesting.
only
Okay,
reduced
cool.
it by 1 per slot, and that's why I
That's
was just
fine.
explaining it because I'd figured it out
Thank
from
you.
Piper earlier.
Makes sense.
Okay.
We're all learning.
Yeah, so you
Yeah.
only actually used 2
10.
slots, Stoppy, earlier, so you still got 5 to use to reduce to 13 if you want.
Reduce to 13, I'm going to use... So that will reduce it down to 5.
5 if you...
Which will only use...
No.
What is your minor? What's your major threshold?
6.
So
You would need to use
No, your minor
3
threshold.
armor
That's your
slots.
minor, right?
You guys told me 12 was my severe. You said out of the 2 numbers.
Yes, 12 is your severe, which means if you do 12 or above, you take 3 hit points. The other number is your major, which if you do that or above, you take 2 hit points.
So if
That
it's,
is
Oh,
if
okay.
it's lower
Sorry,
than your major, you're only taking 1.
So
Okay.
you can reduce it to lower than your major if you use 3 armor slots. If I'm calculating this right, you would need to use 3 armor slots
I believe so.
to put it lower than your major to take just 1. If you
Okay.
want, Stoppy.
I'll do that. So...
So
How
you're
many
down
are...
to, you're down to 2 armor slots, and you've marked 3 points of your HP.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just trying to be as helpful as possible
are
because I'm
doing
somewhat figuring this
amazing.
out.
Thing. If it means anything, Stoppy, I'm so confused. But we're here for it.
Yeah.
Well, let's
Yeah.
see
I'm
how much
enjoying
that
this.
B has learned, because we're now going to try and hit her.
Oh no. Okay.
And we are going to... Yeah, well, okay. That's a natural 18 and natural 19.
Oh.
Just hit. I
Okay.
know because Sonata and
That's
Piper have the
against
same
the
build.
evasion score.
Oh, okay, so the difference is, however, that I rolled like absolute ass for damage.
On the damage.
So that is
Okay.
4 points of damage on the first hit.
Okay.
You could technically mark 2 armor slots and take nothing.
I'm just like, is that, I don't know if, I'm not gonna, it's fine.
That's under your major?
Yeah.
Okay, so then you only take 1.
Yeah. The thing is 6. The first number is
Ah.
the first threshold is 6.
The second one is 10 points of damage.
Okay, that one I will be reducing. I use 2 slots and I take it down to just take 1 health. And that's
Yes.
fine. Fine.
you can hear the crunching of bone and armor, and as this thing sees the death of its comrade and just lashes out at the two of you. But that is the end of its turn and is back to our heroes.
I'm
Okay,
very
can I
close
do
Can I
to
it?
make can I make a reference as
Oh, please.
when Piper gets to attack? I don't want to go first, but when Piper gets to attack, Piper is going to say, and I'm going to censor the last word because I don't swear, but whoever gets this reference, you'll know what I mean. Not my sister, you bleep. It's a slight
Oh.
change in wording,
But
but yeah.
I mean, yeah, that is
Don, what are
that
you
one
using?
line is is Piper's whole is like a huge part of.
Hey,
Well,
Don,
that
what are
should
you using
just
to
be one of
attack?
your freaking experiences.
Probably, honestly, it probably is better than keeping the peace. Is not my sister, you bleep.
Dawn, I believe Alexa was asking, what weapon do you...
Rapier. Use a rapier. Rapier.
Okay.
Sorry.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna jump down from this fucking tree.
Finally joining the fight.
Hey, hey! I
made
made
an
some.
Didn't do
Yeah.
much.
Woo. Okay. I'm gonna try this again. I'm going to actually, yeah, screw it. I'll take out this dagger, and I'm gonna rush at it, and I'm just gonna kind of try to. I guess it's in the water, right?
No.
It's not the one in the water. No, this one is the one that came
Okay.
up on land.
Okay, got it. So I'm gonna just try to like skid under it and try to like slash at its belly.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay,
That's
18
something.
with fear.
Oh.
18 with fear.
Oh wait,
18
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I lied to you. That's a 9, not a 6. So 21 with fear.
with fear. Regardless,
Oh.
that is going to hit. Go ahead and roll for damage.
And I'm gonna spend a hope and make it my focus as well, just as a heads up. And I need a D8. And it says all damage rolls you make against them also deal a stress.
Ooh,
That's part. There's a few things to it,
love
but
that.
Oh, that'll be the
3
second stress this guy has then.
is that right? That it's only how does that
Is it
math
its second or is it its third?
This guy has
Oh,
used a lot of his stress, actually.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
used a stress early on as well. I dealt a stress at the beginning.
He kept giving
with the
himself
magic
stress
fire.
with the death grip thing.
Yeah, he tried to.
Yeah, and
well, he
I-
succeeded on the death grip, but Calathea is immune to being restrained because of Unstoppable.
And then at the beginning, Piper used the wildfire, which deals a stress to anyone Piper hits.
Yeah,
As
whoa,
well.
I actually didn't factor that part in. So,
Piper dealt a stress at the beginning.
Alex, go ahead.
And
roll
then
for
your
damage.
stress meter gets full.
So I rolled a 2 on my damage dice, and it says I got a +1. That's a total of 3, and that feels wrong.
That
Is that
is-
right?
It can be. Yeah, I mean,
I only have 1d8 magical damage for this, but
yeah, D8 plus
Is-
1, and it sounds like you rolled a 2.
all right,
It
yeah, I
happens.
guess.
It's still enough to deal because all creatures' minor thresholds are 1.
Hmm.
Their base.
Right,
So you are still going to deal a point of damage to it.
cool.
Anything else?
At this point, I'll ask Calathea, is there anything that you wanted
Oh.
to do?
Well, roll the
That's-
fear, so
Oh,
It's
yes.
Oh, but now it did roll with fear, but it did take a stress on that. Just so you know.
It took a stress on that. Yes, I
Great. Okay. I think that's all. Yeah, for now. Yee.
Damn, guys' abilities turns out good. So really, all it can do is either heal or attack, and it don't like you, Alex. So let's go ahead and make a snapping jaws attack at you.
Okay. I might. There's a few things I can do with reactions, but we'll see what happens.
Interesting. That is going to be a 9 to hit you. What is your evasion?
It does not hit. My evasion is 11.
Well,
Woo!
fix. It snaps at you, and you know these creatures so well. You know their attack patterns. And it's wild, and at this point, just kind of not thinking straight. That's my one and only turn, because you guys only acted once. But I want to give an opportunity, Zach, if you wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Or at least seeing if we can plan something. There's an idea.
Ooh. We have plans.
What do you think of that?
Stab and a punch. That might work.
Stab and a punch. So I would like to start. This is going to require 2 actions to take place, but it's gonna be cool.
Okay.
We're working together on this, okay? I would like to. Am I in close range of Calafea? Can I get in close
100%.
range of Calafea?
You guys are, I would
Okay.
say, like within almost melee of each other.
Okay, I would like to play a heartbreaking songs, so each of my close allies and me take a hope.
Okay.
So everyone close to me takes a hope.
Fun. I like it.
Okay?
So
I need this because I needed free hope. Yes, I needed free hope, so that's why I wanted that, okay?
Okay.
And now, tag team on this guy.
Please describe
Me and
to me your
Calafea.
tag team move.
Tag team. So Piper pulls out their rapier and charges at this guy, yelling, "That's my sister, you bleep." Looks to Calafea like, "You want to back me up," kind of situation. You want to go at this guy?
Calafea,
Yeah,
how
no,
do you
it's
back
been
up?
kind of nod, get ready, and charge in behind.
So you guys are closing the distance. I'm going to need agility checks. I will get agility checks from both of you, but if even one of you succeeds, it will succeed.
Woo.
I'm curious what the DC is because I don't know if I can fail this with that roll.
It's DC
15
10
with
right
hope. 15 with hope.
now. 15 with hope. And Calafea,
yep.
you might as well roll just to see if you crit.
That was double 3s.
Holy shit.
That is a crit.
Holy shit!
So, both of you take a hope. Calafea, if you have a stress, you can clear it. And then, I'm going to need attack rolls from both of you, and you can choose which one you keep.
I could choose. Alright, so we both take 3 hope, or subtract 3 hope.
Crit.
Only Piper subtracts the 3 health.
Only Piper, okay.
Crit. I rolled 2 11s.
You
I
rolled
rolled
2
2
11s?
Let's go!
Yep.
Holy shit.
No.
It's about to get even worse. I
What
also
did you
rolled 2
get?
11s.
Oh my god, okay. Oh, we just lost Dawn. Okay, we lost Dawn's dying of laughter.
That's my sister.
We've also lost Med's brain.
There are no rules or a double critical on a tag team maneuver, but
No. What?
I am going to tell you what the rules of a critical are, and we're gonna rock this. We're gonna absolutely rock it. So,
Oh yeah.
the rules of a critical as an attack in Daggerheart is that you take the maximum amount of damage that you would deal, and then you roll your damage dice again. So, what damage do your individual weapons?
Max 10 rapier.
Okay, so D10.
I'm a-
1d8 plus 2. No, a d8 plus 2.
Oh, okay. We go with the max.
Die roll.
Dice. So
Okay, d8.
8. And Calathea, what's yours?
I'm a D10 fist.
You're a D10 fist.
10 fist. What the
So, so I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna double your initial damage, and then you're going to roll your weapon dice on top. So, Piper, before you even roll, you're starting off with 16. And Calathea, before you even roll, you're starting off with 20.
Is that best
28.
damage? What the shit?
So now I need you
Three
guys to
double-
roll and then add your relative modifiers and stuff.
That's another 4 on mine, so mine comes out to a 20 in total.
20 total.
Yeah.
And then I also get to add my unstoppable dice to this, which is currently a 2. So I guess in total with the 20, that is 32. 33. 33.
Three damage
Just
between us.
For a total of
Holy
53 damage.
At first level. Level 1. Level 1.
That is over double its severe damage threshold.
Ouchies.
Sonata,
Y'all did some damage.
or not Sonata, sorry. Piper and Calathea, tell me the story.
Ah.
I think best way to go about it is that we see that Sonata is it being attacked, which I guess
Yeah.
puts
Yeah.
both Piper and Calathea into this kind of, well, Piper being the twin sister, being like, "Oh, not my sister, you," and then Calathea is just like, "I just met these people, but I'm not gonna let this slide," with the whole, not again type thing. And so charges in. I kind of, I'm saying, like, this is how I kind of imagine it. Piper charges in, stabs it in with her rapier, and Calathea just comes in behind and punches the back of the pommel of the rapier and kind of helps force it into even further into the thing, kind of like hammering a nail in. If that's alright.
Yeah, no, 100%. Piper, is there anything that you want to add to that scenario?
Yelling the like take not my daughter, not my sister thing.
Yeah.
Piper then, as stabbing, goes take that as loud as possible, just like screw you kind of situation. No one messes with my sister.
This, I'm gonna set the scene for you guys.
Beautiful.
Is the most anime shit you've ever seen in your life. This
Poor
is
Aubrey.
Oh yeah, poor Aubrey.
This is two fairies flying at breakneck speed towards this thing and just full stab. Now, an Eeligator's hide is incredibly thick, incredibly scaly, and incredibly hard to get through. The amount of rage within Piper, seeing their sister get attacked, seeing a bunch of these new friends that they just made get attacked, plunges with this rapier in between the folds perfectly so as not to damage the scales, but hit right in the middle in the soft gooey bits. Flips forward. As they do, this shadow comes from the top of a giant fist that just punches this thing full, like, hammer on nail, and bisects this thing clean in half, like a cleaver through a melon, and leaves what can only be described as a smoking crater where this thing used to be, as both halves of its body fly in different directions. And you just see Aubrey, who at this point is like holding a very like ornate swirled stick that she plucked off of the tree that you guys are all by. She goes,
What just happened?
"Hey, that was fucking cool."
I'm gonna just take the stick. I'm gonna, like, stick.
Sorry.
Stick.
Didn't mean to damage your tree.
Are you okay?
Oh, define okay. Adrenaline is a hell of a drug. Do you have fucking goat legs?
I looked at him. Yeah.
I'll take a look at you guys. I know we're all, Aubrey's having her reactions. I'll just kind of go, so what do we tell the professor? We were sitting here.
There might be a professor on their way already. I mentioned.
I just feel now we're getting back into the, what the frick do we tell anybody? Because, this is a situation where we have to tell one of the teachers. But how do we tell them that this human girl, just crash landed from the sky and did magic?
I'm sorry. So I'm
So,
really
yeah,
sorry.
Alex-
I don't want to interrupt anybody here because I don't know who or what any of you are or what you're capable of, except for all the cool shit that I just saw. Did you just say I fell from the sky? The last thing I remember was I was going through old tapes, and there was some ring shit that went on of EV static, and then everything was white, and then I woke up in a tree. You.
Alex pauses her. Puts a hand up.
Uh-huh.
And just points here. Just to
what are you trying to convey?
Alright, that's at her name tag.
Oh, at her name tag.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yeah. Name's Aubrey. I'm an intern for the Champion Pictures. This is...
Do we know of Champion Pictures? Oh wait, that's a thing in our world too, right?
Yes, it's a thing. You guys know that this is a TV show to people in front of the van.
Okay, got it.
We were about to shoot the second season of Defendus Academy, and they wanted me to go through some of the old tapes. Where are we?
I just kind of look at you guys and kind of go, we're at Defendus Academy in the Tenebrae Forest. Because at this point, there's no point trying to pretend that, trying to keep the veil intact with this girl. We can't pretend much anymore. Too much has kind of been,
Goes around,
it's,
she walks up to the tree and just kind of ends across it.
Sonata says it, in, the very, hesitant, like halting, like if anybody wants to stop me, you can, but also feels like I think we're kind of too far gone now.
Honestly, it's the best for that, as we really should speak to the headmaster.
Yeah.
There might be
You
a
all,
Also,
you all look as
Defendus?
Alex's
Like the guy in the blue and silver plate armor?
Yes.
Yes.
Alex rolls his eyes.
Just, and she's like running her hands across. She's like, "Oh, this is a tree. This is not."
At that, nods. This is a tree.
This
This
is
is a tree.
Piper goes over to Aubrey. It's like, I'm sorry for lying to you earlier. We were just trying to keep everything safe as much as you can. Keep everyone safe. I'm sorry that I lied to you. It was just what was necessary at the time. There's no use lying now.
Get it? This is freaky. Probably for both of us. Yeah, let's Brave Forest. That's the dark one. That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Someone asked
Just
how I
looks
got through the
Sorry,
forest.
most of this is green screen where I'm from, so okay, interesting.
I assure you, this is very much real, and we really need to go speak to the headmaster now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Does anyone
Yeah.
want to get out of here?
Alex makes a questioning face of like, do we?
I mean, I feel like we kind of do.
Do we need to?
while you guys are here, because Alex, you know that there are people who like to come out here and kind of use this grove because it's very pretty and very dark and here. Some people like to be stupid and use this as makeout point.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, all of you, and just give me a straight duality die check and tell me if you get higher than
Nope. That's a
That
That's insane.
that is a
got
fair.
a
I
double
do.
5.
Okay.
Okay.
I got a 13.
15 with fear.
15,
Same,
13, 13, Alethea,
13 fear.
15, hopeful.
15 hopeful.
Fearful
I got a-
15 over
I
here.
got a 5-5.
Hey, crit!
You did. So, we're going.
Aren't I currently running from a teacher too?
You are, yes. There's
Yes.
Also, I know. I already told you what I'll be doing while the next session happens. I sent you a message about that.
For those of you who rolled above 12, and Stoppy, we're gonna do you last because it's gonna be interesting. Everybody again is going to roll 2d12. I'm not looking for hope or fear. I'm just looking for the total number.
The numeral.
Another
And
D12.
I will call on each of you in order.
Okay.
You want me to roll too?
No, we're gonna. Yours is gonna be interesting, so we'll deal with yours last.
I'm done.
I'm done.
Okay. Alex.
17!
Ooh. Okay, interesting. You seem to find because a lot of people, when they eventually, make attention to themselves and get attacked, they tend to flee and some of their stuff behind. You find. Just jot this down somewhere in your inventory, and I will let you guys know what these do when the session is over. You find an arcane prism.
That sounds fun.
It's Pretty great. Sonata.
I got a 7.
At least. You got a chaos cloak.
Bro, these are so
Okay.
cool.
They're not as I'm gonna say this. Shout
Shut
out
up,
to
the name
Matt
is
Mercer and all the people who created this. They are not as cool as they sound, but they're still pretty cool. And this
It just came.
Oh no, wait a second. Yeah, the item. Okay, cool. Yes, so that is what the both of you got. Piper.
16.
I freaking love. I mean, I read what my it says. My thing says what it does, and I freaking love it.
Oh, you got. Oh, if you guys could add the items just in your inventory.
Oh, are they things?
Yeah,
it
you can
is
put it in your
fucking
inventory.
Demiplane. Of course, you can add the items to your inventory.
Oh,
God,
that's
stupid.
cool. Okay, I can see it now. Okay.
Yeah,
you got
I
yourself a
freaking love
skeleton
it.
key.
Oops,
That
that's
is
great.
amazing for Piper. That is so
That's
perfect.
good.
Calathea.
14.
14. You have yourself piercing arrows.
Ooh.
There must have been
Hi,
some sort
me.
of bowman over here.
Hi, me.
Okay,
Hi again.
Ashley. I'm gonna get you to
Ashlyn,
roll.
not Ashley.
Ash what?
It's Ashlyn. Lynn.
Lynn.
Ashlyn.
Ashlyn. Sorry, I've been saying
Spell
that wrong this entire session. I'm gonna get you to roll 2d12 for me twice. Because I'm gonna use a separate loot table for the second.
Oh.
So go ahead and roll for the first one.
That is a 17 for the first.
17 lands you with an arcane prism as well. Which is pretty great.
Sweet.
And let's get that second.
There's 2?
Oh yes, I did use the wrong loot tables. Or the That's okay. Damn it. Okay. I basically accidentally gave you guys cooler shit than you should have had, but that's fine.
Oh,
That's
shucks.
that's on me. Ashley, what's the second one?
That is a 20.
Ah! You find a pair of homing compasses.
Whoa. Cool.
These compasses point at each other no matter how far apart they are.
That's so sweet. I love that.
So, keep in mind that even if these aren't super useful for you guys, you are part of a magic school. And these can be used as bartering tools.
Right.
Kind of finding all of this cool shit kind of gives you guys a second to breathe. And you hear footsteps behind you
That's Goblin Teacher.
that Ashlyn you recognize.
Oh no.
Mhm.
Ashlyn's just like, oh no.
And you just hear, you are in so much shit. And what are the five of you doing?
I kind of look at her. Maybe I recognize her. Maybe I'm not. Maybe unless somebody else is somebody else gonna speak. Or do we all just sit there in silence?
I stand in front of Aubrey, just like blocking her.
I turn around, wiping the obvious gator eel blood off my gauntlets, so just like, oh,
It's a
hello.
long story.
Aubrey is just like is just.
Well, I'll make
clutched
up the
onto your
25
shoulder,
other
Alex,
laps.
and it's just like,
Around.
I'll make up the other 25 laps. I promise you.
Okay.
And she goes, "Oh, I know you will. I'm putting barrier up next time. You can't run away." What are the
That
other,
will be the thing I'll be doing next session while I'm away.
what are the other 5 of you doing? Why are you all here?
Detention.
We were here on detention for what the frick was her name?
You
This
know-
isn't me. This is me trying to remember. Actually, you
Miss
know,
Everlock.
Everlock. We were in detention for Everlock, or for Professor Everlock, to get some herbs. For the
Gardening?
fight that happened
And you decided to
during the opening.
fuck up the wildlife?
That wasn't our fault. I'll kind of like, you know, that wasn't our fault. We were fine. Did she not? Did she? Did she not? Hear the meteor crash?
She doesn't seem to
Yes.
Okay.
like respond to that. Like she doesn't ask about.
Okay.
You get the
Good.
feeling that she was chasing after fucking someone, and
Yeah.
she has a one-track
Probably
mind.
Yeah.
But you
I'll
could tell.
kind of go. Yeah. You know, we were out here. We were on. They came after us.
As you could tell by the state of friends here, it was self-defense.
It was indeed self-defense.
Did one guy literally tried to eat me? Piper just quickly literally just says, one of them tried to eat me and drown me at the same time.
I mean, those 2 have teeth marks. Well, those
Me
3 have
just
teeth marks.
chose.
Are you? Okay, yes. A lot of you are clearly injured. Okay. Did you manage to get the stuff for your detention?
I believe so. I'll kind of look at. I'll look. So not I'll look at Piper and Alex and kind of go. You know, assuming unless we also did. You know, we all got ours. We got what we needed. I'm looking for confirmation from you two.
I
we
believe
had
me
split
and
up.
Alex did.
Avoiding eye contact with this fucking professor.
Because what happened was, I believe, I know I succeeded on finding the stuff, but I succeeded with fear, and Alex succeeded with fear, and so that's why we
Right.
ended up in the same spot, right? Because we both succeeded with fear.
Um,
So I think Piper has the stuff they need.
You guys
So,
all have the
right.
stuff that you need.
Okay, we do indeed.
You're also Alex and Calathea, and I guess by extension Ashlyn. You all know that you're looking at the rogue team. This is when she's calm. This is a very intelligent woman who knows how to read. And when you guys look to each other to see if everybody got the stuff for detention, she notices none of you looked it up.
Oh,
And
I
she,
thought Alex was
she puts
blocking.
her hand up.
I'm
Alex stepped in
blocking.
front of Aubrey to hide her from the teacher.
Yeah.
So with a bunch of you standing very awkwardly in front of someone,
Well, no, it's real. I think it was just Alex.
She-
I don't know. I
No,
think
just
the
me.
rest of us tried to do it. It's just Alex.
she puts her hand up to silence you. Looks at you, Alex.
I'm not laughing.
Side, please.
I can't keep a straight face, goddamn.
I was not keeping a straight face either.
Looks
Step
at it, looks
aside,
at it.
please, Miss Ever.
Oh. I think that's the first time we actually know that that's your name.
Yep.
Okay.
Sneaks. Just steps away, looks down.
And again, she keeps her hand up to make sure everyone stays silent.
Oh, she won't have a problem with that with Alex.
She's going to look at Aubrey. What were you all looking for? Attention.
I already answered that, though. I did say herbs earlier.
She did say herbs. She's going to specifically ask, what herbs were you looking
Were we given a specific herb?
You were given a list.
Yeah,
You
we
Okay.
were
have a
just
list.
told, hey, grab random plants in this
Well,
forest.
yeah.
Like- Alex produces list.
She grabs the list
Alex
out of your
produces-
hand and puts it in her pocket. Puts her hand back. Looks
Oh.
directly at Aubrey. What herbs did you get? Aubrey
Herbs.
is going to make a knowledge roll.
Oh, we even told her what is she or who is she? She could be a new student for all we know. Oh, that's right.
She... 1 second. I know that, like, once again, that the stream looks kind of bad.
My fault, sorry. That's all me.
She is going to actually prod at, very sneakily, prod at your back, Alex. And is going to take some of the leaves out of your satchel.
I'll take it. That's fine.
And
Yeah.
she goes,
Shouldn't
I was looking for Varick leaves.
it? Nice,
Potent
nice.
in potion making. And you just see, has her hand up. To the infirmary with all of you. Selves clear. And she helps to escort you guys out. Obviously, Alex, you know the shortest and quickest way out.
Fucking Aubrey, yeah. Uh-huh.
And she just kind of starts walking with you guys until Miss Abra breaks off. And she's basically like, look, if these injured people don't want to go to the nurse, I don't fucking care. At least you're back at the school. And you see Aubrey kind of looks over at you, Alex, gives you a sly smile, and hands you your back.
He straight face. Keeps going.
So, this is real.
Bless. If that was a sneeze. He cast bless.
Okay.
You also see Miss Everlock is coming down the steps. She
Ah,
goes,
shit.
lovely to see you all back here. Miss Ashland, did not expect you to here as well. I guess they you on your way back. And
Yes.
Just the way
I'm
these-
not
I'm
gonna
not
correct
even
the
gonna
answer.
have you roll. I think she's just gonna kind of look over at you and be like, right.
Oh god.
And you must be a new student? You just see, like, she just kind of takes her name tag off. She took her name tag off on the way there and slipped it in.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, yes, hi, Miss Sherlock. You're real?
For the
You're
record. For the record. Aubrey does not know Alex's name at all, except what she just heard Miss Everlock.
It's like,
So she's just
Did we
putting
never
that to-
refer to you by your name? Did we never call you by your name during the whole fight?
You know? Probably not. Nope.
I suppose if you were up in the tree the whole time, just doing your thing.
you heard Alex's name dropped by Mr. Montgomery
Said it.
when detention was
Yes.
given.
Yes,
Right.
no, but Aubrey. I'm talking about Aubrey. Aubrey has not heard his. I guess
No,
not
Aubrey
heard
has
Alex's
no
name.
idea what Alex's name is. Aubrey doesn't know what most of your names.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She just knows that Sonata and Piper are related, and that you all are capable of some crazy shit. And also, so is she.
this-
Mate.
They do learn my name. They do learn my name
Oh yes, because your name has been dropped at this.
Brought up
multiple
a few
times.
But she just goes, "You're real," and Miss Everlock just kind of, "Yes, young one, I am real." And she goes, "I mean, I've just heard great things.
Rolls eyes.
You know,
Eyes do be rolled.
it just my first
My
time
ears are just like,
meeting you. Hi, I'm Aubrey." And you just see again that very quick flash of like in her eyes. She goes, "Whoa. Sorry, just you're quite magical. Not like descripting wise, but like actually." And she goes, "Sorceress. Oh, very good. Well, I look forward to potentially having you as a student here at Defendus. Why do some of you have bite marks?"
Oh, about that, we ran
I
into
know,
some
Pipe-
alligators.
Yeah, one of them tried to eat me.
Yeah,
I
they
played the
do.
violin in his mouth to escape. I played the violin in his mouth to help him escape.
Sorry, did you just say
To
you
help
played
with
the
all-
violin in its mouth?
She did.
Yeah,
The
Yes, that is what happened.
acoustics must have been amazing.
They were pretty motivating.
and then Pipe was like, "Have you ever heard of the song "Smooth Criminal" by Michael Jackson?"
Oh, I was.
That's what I played.
I mean, I got to see him in concert in my early 800s. And it's just great because occasionally, right, they summon back his spirit for a concert. And so it's just great to be able to see him live. Aubrey at this point is listening to all of this going, eh? And she goes, "Okay, you guys should probably go to the nurse's office. I'm glad to see that you've all made it out in one piece. And then those of you who are new to the school can head to the freshman dormitories until your stuff should already be there until you have decided on your house. If decide on your house. Calathea, Ashlyn, Alex, your stuff has already been brought to your houses. Your dorms have been set up. And
I get to undo it all.
and you guys have got the stuff that was on the list?
Yes, we have everything.
Satchel.
You hand over the satchel. Great, perfect. As you guys start to kind of walk towards the school proper to go to the nurse's office, Miss Everlock, kind of not forcefully, but just enough to like let you know she wants you to stop for a second. Just kind of holds onto your hand, Alex. I know this usually, goes unheard. Sent you, and just hope. That's all.
Walks off.
You're able to kind of get bandaged up and stuff, and over the course of a long rest, you will heal your injuries, and we'll go ahead and talk about downtime activities when we finish the episode prior, we'll go ahead and do those kind of things off screen. But I want to go ahead and send Nick DM. Even though this is going to look weird for a second on stream. As you get your email from your mother.
I swear to God. Why? Show
Excuse me.
me email. God damn it. Oh gosh.
And you can go ahead and read it
Just
out loud if
glancing
you would
at
like to. Or you can keep it private to yourself.
I'll keep it private for now, but I might bring it up between this session and next.
Okay.
We'll see.
Fair enough. Actually, I think Calthea will ensure that the rest of the group gets to the nurse's office before breaking off and seeking out the headmaster.
Yeah, you head to the headmaster's office. Principal Defendus's office. On the outside, looks about the size of a janitor's closet. And it basically just consists of a door and a curtain. Going through the door, closing it on the other side, and going through the curtain reveals a massive library / study with like an upper floor, staircases to the left and right that lead to this sort of awning / balcony where he can overlook everything. Multiple papers around. And you can just see that he's just kind of signing some things out before kind of looking up. Yeah, how can I help you?
We've had an incident.
This bitch is a fucking rat.
I'm the captain of the sports team. I'm a noble.
I got a scholarship
I'm
to
sorry, but I'm
uphold.
looking at your character sheet. It says fucking narc.
This is the kid that says, "Teacher, aren't we supposed to have homework?"
Well, I did mention that we were supposed to needed to talk to him.
Yeah, and nobody said not to.
So I went.
You had an incident. I can see that there seems to be some sort of a scuffle. Everything. Is everyone okay?
Yes, we just ran into some Eeligators.
Ooh.
I love that you're so casual about it too.
We took care of them.
Wonderful creatures. Their hides.
Did you see what?
make
Did you
incredible
see what
armor, but
Piper did to them?
can be quite vicious creatures when provoked. I'm glad to see.
And also, I would like to say screw you. As
Ooh.
previously, you did mention that a venturing party would find me eventually.
Oh.
I feel that was...
Now, hey, I mean, these are just a group of people that you had detention with. It's like some sort of out there scenario required you all to work as a team and value your skills together. I assume this has a part too.
Well, we did have to fight Eeligators, and we had a veil breach.
See his face immediately sinks. Like he was having fun with this before, and his face just.
And Caltha kind of breaks a bit of a smile. His face breaks as it's kind of amusing having a higher up kind of get a little thick in her face as rebellious nature from her family. Yes, we found someone from the other side.
This is a. No, for sure this. Because I know that there are certain people pranks around school, but veil breaches are very serious business. You know,
I do. She seems very serious about the fact that
Are you not going to mention
most
the
of the
fact that
setting
she
was a
fell from
movie.
the sky?
I
Are
mean,
you not going to mention the fact that she fell from the sky?
I personally did not witness the falling from the sky part.
We heard it though, didn't we?
you guys
Like we
definitely
heard the
heard
we
it.
heard the we heard it,
You
and
guys
that's
also
because like
came
you.
across a giant crater in the ground with a girl there before Alex picked her up.
We're magical. We're in a magical world. That crater could have come from anything.
Hey, I mean,
With
Calafea made her own
whatever
crater at one point.
with whatever whistling crash sound, and then going to find a girl unconscious in a crater with a name tag. You know, it's yeah.
Well, I didn't witness the falling from the sky part, but I did witness the fact that she's from that one studio that produced the Defendus Academy television series.
So not only have we had a veil break, someone from like the Champion Pictures studio
Yeah.
who just happens to make a television show about
Yes.
oh, where is this girl?
The nurse's station.
The girl must be frazzled.
She's taking it well.
Adrenaline is a hell of a drug.
Weird. That's exactly what she said. That's weird.
Let her know, if you come across her again, that if she would like to speak to me, she can. If she would like to rest for the day, also, I take her to... Actually, would you mind...
Excuse me.
Would you mind taking her to... Would you mind taking her to House Karada? Just keep an eye on. I trust you more than most in school.
We'll be done.
Bring her here tomorrow. You'll see what can be done. In back, we can hurry. That's really not.
Bye, Dawn.
Oh. That's not really the biggest problem. The biggest problem is
Welcome back.
I will have this looked into. Thank you very much. This report. Anything else?
Not really. It's just been a interesting time. Not they used to say.
I would assume so. Try and have a boring school.
Gold Crush for any of her goons has anything to do with it. I think it's not going to be too normal or boring.
Yes. Well, Gloria and it will be done with. Over. Let's try and get back to some normalcy. You can see that he's very disturbed.
I hear that might not come to fruition. As I turn and walk off back to the nurse's station.
The lot of you get your injuries tended to as much as possible. The nurse just rest and try not, pick any fights. And each of you will safely make your way back to your dormitory. Is there anything that any one of you would like to do before we end?
I messaged you, Kira.
Oh.
Yes.
What did I miss? I was talking to my mum. What did I miss? I was talking to my mum.
You disappeared
I think
for a
that
while.
I have the best recap of what just happened in general text.
Yeah, yes, that is the best recap.
Calathea told, was telling Defendus about Aubrey without giving Aubrey's name, but and that it was the same sort of like I'm like I'm like, this is the same feeling as like, so there's a lot more knowledge. Calathea might know more than she's letting on. Possibly.
Alex, in the dead of night, when you should be resting, you're not really one to be... You make your way out to the top. When you get into the heart of the forest where you guys had... Night doesn't look... When you were... Darkness is comforting. You come across the bodies of the creatures that you've slain. The one that went belly up in the water has sort of floated to the nearby shore. The one that got absolutely one punch man is still perfectly bisected against two separate rocks. And you're kind of looking over. Doesn't seem to be any, you're checking the water as much as you can without getting into the water, because that's a bad. Don't come across any eggs. Don't come across any sort of family per se. They probably in packs. The rest of the pack at swamp. Give me a knowledge roll and an instinct. Go knowledge.
Ooh, really dang good. 23.
With hope or fear.
That is, ooh, thank you. That is with fear.
Oh, very.
By 1 whole point.
You look at these bodies, and it almost sickens you to have this knowledge. You've been around this school to know that Eeligator meat very good. Because their hides are used incredibly. Whether or not you would use this to your advantage is something for us to figure out for ourselves. But basically, it's not a gold mine per se, but you are sitting on some very, very good bargaining chips. Sellable. And if you wanted to, like, you know what these things are worth, but they're also more than that. Rely on their swimming sense. I've gotten close enough to this creature or seen you as a threat. There's part of you that sees this from the Defendus Academy standpoint. It's monetary value. And there's also part of you that sees it from a side that not too many people are living beings. Sucks to kill them, but it was. It is what it is. This is what hunting is. He knew that it was. You knew that it was. It happened. Doesn't mean it doesn't. Go ahead and give that instant.
Worse. 13.
You stick around here.
Oh, sorry, that's with fear again. I like to roll with fear, apparently.
Don't you just love to roll with fear in the big dark forest?
Hmm?
Nothing's coming out to it. Stick around here for a kind of a surrender. Slow your heartbeat. Bring you back to that before eventually making.
Actually, Kira, my plan, if you're okay with it, would be to bury these Eeligators.
Yeah, you take your time, and I assume that you like grabbed a shot.
Yeah. If I can, actually, just for poetic sake, bury them in the meteor crater and then like cover the meteor crater as well. Meteor crater.
You do. You're able to cover as much of this as possible, without it obviously looking like something. And you know, satisfied with your job, make your way out of the forest. Unaware that Professor Montgomery is at the entrance of the forest. He sees you come out. He's kind of leaning against the entrance. Just watching you as you're walking. You'll notice. Meanwhile,
You know the drill, Kira. I'm just gonna keep on walking. Look at him, acknowledge, and
he just kind of like, you know, he like puts his head down and like shakes his head, thinking that you're gonna still be around, and he's. Well, now I must do my duty as a teacher and say off to bed. Oh.
That's new?
Back to your bed. Hunker down for the night.
apparently Stoppy's ready for bed too.
And today's.
Woo! Woo!
First.
Woo!
So, yeah, we're gonna go over a bunch of things off screen so that we don't kind of bore you guys with the details. If you would like to know what people do when they take a long rest, Demiplane has those rules as well, so you can go ahead and look it up. I highly suggest it. I highly suggest playtesting this while it's still in beta. Send them
delightful.
feedback because they actually are listening, unlike certain other companies. And yeah, continue sticking around with us. If you guys liked what you guys saw, go ahead and hit that follow button. Head over to youtube.com/campfirestoriesrpg. If you guys are watching this from the YouTube, head over to the Twitch. You all already know what it is. Like, comment, engage with the algorithm, and we will see you guys for the 3rd session of Defendus Academy in 2 weeks from now. Stoppy will not be able to
It
make
just
that
depends.
one, unfortunately. But-
Just depends.
Might
Or
not.
it might not. Might not. We'll see. We'll see. Roll your dice. We'll see. But
I'm just.
if it is only one player that can't make it, we'll typically still run the session. And we'll just go ahead and make you run your extra 25 laps. But yes, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you by the firelight.